Hey guys, we're right in the middle of sweet November. This is a weird weekend for us. We hunt a lot of Missouri, we hunt a lot of Illinois, and gun season is going on in both states. That you guys know that, well, I love my bow, I love archery. So we're going to take some time off today to address some questions that we've been getting on, hey, how do you set up your pack? I mean, it's your pack. You developed it, you designed it. How do you set it up? What's the benefits of it? And show us how you use it, okay? So, short little video today on how I use my own pack, how we set it up. We're gonna make one move up the tree, show you how I hang it, everything, and then how we pack it back up. It's gonna be a great little video, stick with us. Okay guys, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pretend I just walked up to a tree I wanna hunt, right? And I've been doing this all year long. We've been hunting just as hard as we normally do. And this, I'm gonna go through the exact same stuff. This is what I've been doing every single hunt. So I lay my bow down, prop it up against the tree, reach up and unclip the chest connector strap right here, right? Which is, I love that part of the pack. I slip it off my left shoulder, let it fall off, grab the handle, and I swing it a little bit so that the handle's facing me. This is how I do it every single time, guys. So then you'll see we have these two black straps that come over everything and hold the stick in place. I undo these two black straps, let them fall off to the side, and pick the stick up. When I do that, it's already ready to go on the tree. So what I do, guys, is I go ahead and put the stick on the tree at this point. Get it up just about roughly that high. If you notice, I pulled out on the stick, pulled down, whole separate video, I'm setting that, let it fall down, you'll see it's ready to go, okay? So, one simple step, I took some time to explain some things, that takes literally like 10 seconds when I get to a tree, okay? Then we've got the two pockets here that the stick nestled in between. So what I do, guys, is I undo both the top straps at the same time, both the bottom straps, and I open it up. That opens up the two pockets. I take my rope out of the right side and put it on the tree. And you'll see I've been using this little Notch V3 Quickie lot this year, and we're gonna do a video on that later this year. Okay. Then what I do, this pocket, you can close it back up if you want to at this point. A lot of times I do go ahead and if you want it quiet, you can grab the sides of the buckles and get them quiet. Then at that point, I go ahead and I put my knee pads on. These are the EWO 2.0 knee pads that will be out fairly soon, we hope. And I'm telling you guys, they are worth the wait. Now, both pockets are, actually I'll go ahead and close these back up. Now, you'll notice I've got, it's a little warm today. I've got a really thin long sleeve shirt on. That's all I've got, no base layers, no outer layer, nothing. So if I wanted to, at this point, I had my gear strap hanger here, I could take my outer shirt and put it on. Then I'd be ready to climb the tree. I'm not going to do that today because it's a little bit warm. But the great thing about this pack is it's great for layering. Notice this is my outer jacket on the bottom of the backpack. I won't put that on until I get up in the tree. I'll show you that here in just a second. So at this point, literally, we took our stick off, we opened two pockets, got a rope, got our knee pads on, put the lid back on, and then I put it back on, and at this point, I actually don't even usually put the chest connector strap on. You could if you want to, but I usually don't. So, a lot of you guys have seen this. I run my rappel rope, the bottom of my rappel rope, I spliced a continuous loop of Dynaglide on. I run it over my stabilizer, and I do take the time to run it over one of these little rubber things here so it won't come off. And then I just lay my bow down to the side. So now my bow is ready to come up when I get up there with me. Now I do continue to have and utilize a dump pouch. This is a TX5 medium dump pouch. Because of my pack, I could get rid of it completely if I wanted to, but I've just kind of gotten used to this setup, right? So I take my carabiner and my Madrock apart, thread my Madrock onto my rappel rope, put this carabiner on, hook my bridge into it, close my carabiner. I'm ready to climb. I'm ready to go at this point. Let's just pretend I put my shirt on. I'm ready to go. Okay. I would only do that if it's hot and I need to layer and all that stuff. So we're not going to concentrate as much on the technique of one sticking. I really want to show you how I use my backpack. But I do take this and lay it off to the side. Move my tether up. Pull the slack out before I climb up. Okay guys, I actually lowered myself so this could be my final move, so I'd be closer to the camera and closer to the ground. If I kept going up, it'd be harder to see me, right? So let's say I get in the position, this is my second, third, fourth move, whatever it is. When you get to hunting height, that's your last move, right? So let's say I'm at hunting height, put my tether somewhere around forehead high or so, chin high, somewhere in that neighborhood when you get to hunting height, right? I've still got all my rappel rope dangling down to my bow. How do I set up now using the pack? I go ahead and I just slip it off again. I cradle it between the tree and myself. I reach in and grab my Ultimator gear strap. Put it back on one shoulder. Spread out my hooks. I want my third one somewhere about the edge of the tree over there. Give it a good pull, and I'm done. Lean back into my tether, and I'm going to take this and loop it over the final hook. Now I take the pack off my shoulder and put it on this G hook here. I can control how high it goes or how low it goes with the length of this tether. Typically, this is a lot larger tree. I could probably put my bow here and have my. In fact, let's do that because I don't like the pack up so high. What I'm going to do. This is all adjustable, guys. You're probably saying, this is a bigger tree than you normally hunt? Yeah, it really is. So now, if I let this tag end go over the hook, that G hook is going to be down there, and let my pack hang roughly about knee height, and I could let it go down a little bit lower with that G hook. So this is about how I would hunt, okay? So I can reach in and grab whatever I want. Typically I grab my rangefinder. My rangefinder hangs on a hook. I grab my grunt tube, which I keep in the long pocket of the pack inside. I usually slip it on and my grunt tube goes beneath my binoculars, cradled between the two optics, okay? Now, I've seen a lot of people talk about, well, the lid, if it starts raining, it's going to rain in your pack. Guess what you can do, guys? Here's what I do every single hunt. I push the pack in, and then I put the magnet, attach it. It cannot rain in your pack if you push it in. I have got, on the production model, and obviously I hunted with prototypes for a couple years, this production model, the only difference, if you look at it, the only difference between this one and the one that you have, or the one that you're looking at buying, is this Made in America tag is going to be sold on the outside. That's the only difference. This lid will not come undone if it's gaping open like that. Push it in. Attach the magnet. It will stay like that the rest of your hunt. Guarantee you, if you don't touch it, it won't come undone. And in fact, you can touch it a whole bunch. Look at this. I mean, I've never had that lid just pop open on its own, ever, okay? So I typically have a Propel water bottle here. I like Propel because it's flavored a little bit better than normal water, and it's not a crunchy bottle. So I keep that on that side. I keep my limb saw on this side. Typically keep a pair of reading glasses in there as well. But that's what I run. Now, if you wonder what's on the inside, I have my hunting tags. I have a lot of toilet paper. Toilet paper is good for two uses. One is pretty obvious, right? The second, I love to use toilet paper as I'm tracking a deer. I tear off like little 1 by 2 inch squares, and I put them at intervals so I can look back and see the direction a deer travels. Good thing about toilet paper, you don't have to go back and get it like twisty ties or zip ties or something like that. That's plastic. I don't want to leave it out in the woods. Toilet paper is going to disintegrate the next time it rains. Love using toilet paper. I've got a lot of cough drops in here, so you get that tickle in your throat when it's coughing. I hate to be coughing in the woods. I carry a lot of cough drops with me. The booger retriever, you guys have seen that video. I've got one of those in there. Just a few little odds and ends. I don't carry a ton with me when I go hunting, guys, because the average whitetail hunter is out hunting 3 or 4 hours a sit. I don't need enough stuff that if I get lost for a week and a half, right? I don't even carry a knife with me. Could I carry a knife? Absolutely, but I'm going back to my vehicle for a deer cart or a frame pack if it's way back in some super steep hills. I don't even think I can get a cart up them, right? I'm going back to the car for a kill kit anyway, so I don't even carry a knife. But obviously you can put base layers in here. You put outer jacket outer shirt like we showed you, and then here's where I put my outer coat on at hunting height. Reach down, make sure you grab it with my free hand. I'm grabbing my jacket, and I'm going to undo both of these buckles underneath. Now my jacket comes free. I unroll it. Put my jacket on at hunting height. I do this almost every hunt, guys. Zip it up. And I'm ready to go. Okay, what do you do with your bow? You guys have seen it on the one sticking the details. I pull my bow up. I actually have a quiver holder I use when I'm hunting. I'm not going to take the time to do it. And then here's what I do. I roll up you guys have seen this, I've got it in a video. What do you do with all that rope? I grab my rope. I literally wind it around and around and around like an extension cord that you would wind up in your shop. Sometimes that gets it a little bit twisted when you do that. All I do at that point is just untwist so that it's ready to go for the next time. That's it. Now I take it and I fold it in half. And me personally, I like to put it on the side on my duck pouch. If I wanted to, I could undo this pocket and instead of sticking it on my duck pouch over here, I could put it right in this pocket. I've done that before. I've just come to really like to stick it on the duck pouch and I'm done. Okay? Let's reverse the process, and more importantly at the bottom, let's show you how we pack up the StealthPack. Okay guys, we just hit the ground. I've figure eighted up my Dynaglide. I stick it in the bottom of my pouch along with my Mad Rockin' carabiner. That's in there as well. And then I just go ahead and get the rope off the tree that I pulled down. See how quick that was. That's a nice thing with the Notch Quickie. Again, we'll do a video on that later. And then what I do is, again, you've seen me do this, but this is how I get the rope ready to store in the StealthPack. If you're not standing all over it, it helps tremendously. But there it is. I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And again, I'm going to lay it down. And I'm just opening up the two pockets. So undo those, it's ready to go. I'm going to take the rope, double it, and with it, this is 40 foot of Canyon Elite. And you can see we made this pocket to fit absolutely perfectly. And then the good thing is these buckles are adjustable. These are the same buckles that Cafaro uses on their meat pack frames. You can see there's a little lever here I can press, and it slides super easy. See that? But once you get it adjusted to how you want it, you should never have to adjust it again. And I can pull it and crank it down tighter. Then what I do is I go ahead and take my knee pads off at this point. I kind of roll up all the strapping in there. The nice thing about having your knee pads here is it's a great reminder. I made this pocket for the knee pads after forgetting one too many times to get my knee pads out of the inside of the pack and put them on, and then I remembered as I was climbing the tree. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take my jacket off, because again, it's all about layering and not sweating up too much. Let's say I'm done with my hunt. All I do is roll this up. That's what these lashing straps are for, guys. Grab the bottom one. And you want these lashing straps pretty tight, because if you're like me, your outer jackets are probably one of the more expensive things you've got. Crank that down if necessary, but now you don't have to wear your jacket or hold it or anything else. Your hands are free. Now, this is the way I put the stick on. I turn it upside down so the bottom of the UP is here, and you can literally feel it just fall into place. That's, if you notice, we've reinforced this area here so your stick won't beat it up, and it makes a perfect spot for your stick to go in. Now I use a 12-inch stick, a 15-inch stick. A lot of guys run this pack with a 15-inch stick. But grab this, bring it over, cinch it down if you want to. Shouldn't have to too much, depends on how much you change. And that's it. Now, you'll see my magnet is still on there. If it wasn't, if for some reason it wasn't, go ahead and put it on at this point. And you may have to, it is in a kind of a larger area here. Sometimes it swims around a little bit. You may have to grab it and find it, pull it with your fingernails in the bottom. But once you attach it, I've never had it come off. Then I put it on. This was a necessity in developing the pack. Being able to grab this and pull it down. So now both shoulder straps are equidistant. They're the same length. And then this, I love this little chest connector part. Now, right now you can tell it's like suffocating me. Grab it, give it a little tug so it's just comfy. You don't want it sitting there going, suffocating you. Just give it a little, and you can, we put it on sliders, you can slide it up and down. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's how I run my pack. Absolutely. This pack, if you're a minimalist hunter like me, and you still put a lot of stuff in here. I put base layers. You can put outer shirts. I'm pointing to the one that I brought in with me. You can put a lot of stuff in it, but I don't feel, if you're a guy who feels like you need a week's worth of stuff, buy another pack. If you're like me and you're going in for 3, 4, 5 hours max at a time, I think this is the perfect backpack for you. Anyway, hope this video has helped you figure out how I run things. Maybe run it differently. I love to see all the creativity with it out there. But anyway, hope this has helped you guys.